Hello and welcome to your one-on-one interview on Postulate TV. I am your presenter, Isatoba. Today I have a guest here with me. I am right here in Banjul. And please do the honors of introducing yourself to the audience.
Thank you, Aisatu, and thanks to Postulate TV. I am Mas Jallow, a resident of Banjul and a Banjulian for that matter.
Mr. Jallow, there is huge allegations against the mayor of Banjul on the voter registration. Do you see it to be true or not?
Those are allegations for me as well. I have heard of it, but there is no proof that can attest to it from my side. That's why I cannot elaborate on that matter.
So what is your view on the issue, on the whole thing when it comes to voter registration in the country?
To my own point of view, voter registration has to be conducted in a very proper way. Anyone who is qualified to have access to voter registration in Banjul should not be denied. But in the event someone is not qualified to be registered in Banjul, then that is against the law. But as I'm speaking right now, most of Banjulians who were here before, but they relocated to the Comoros, now they are about to come back to vote, register in Banjul and vote. And that's a very welcoming news for all Banjulians. Because Banjul, is the capital city, and we have to take the lead. Even the residents of Banjul here all are taking the lead on social media, encouraging people from Banjul, wherever they are, let them come here and vote. So for that being the case, the turnout also is good. People are coming out to come and register, and that also is a very positive sign.
What would you have when it comes to youth coming out to register to prepare for the upcoming elections?
My voice is always very clear. I always encourage every qualified citizen of Banjul, but in particular, to come out and register, because that's your voice. If you don't register, you are not entitled to vote. And if you don't vote, you don't have voice. For 5 years, you can't say anything in the social economic development of this country. So for you to be exercising your own right as a citizen, as a patriotic citizen for that matter, you have to register and vote. If I vote, if I register these people, I vote for this person, maybe it's not of no use to me, but it's used to you. Because you have elected them to serve you. And in any case, you are also having your own right, exercising your own civil right as a citizen to vote. So we are the space setters in everything Banjul. So people are coming out in numbers, people are coming out from the Comoros as a Banjul residents or descendants of Banjul. They are coming to register here.
Some people actually have the belief if I vote there will be no change. So do you have that confidence if you vote this time, obviously people are going to see the changes that we have been yearning for?
In that aspect, whenever you are to vote, you just exercise your right as a citizen to vote. Then it's up to the person you are voting for. Is he or that person she going to exercise or do as expected from that person? Do you understand? But in that case as well, everybody are entitled to your own feeling or to affiliate to any other party. That one, nobody can deny you the fact. But in any party you choose to vote for, just check thoroughly if what you wish and their agenda is the same. If it is the same, then you vote for them.
Do you have any reason? Let's assume the allegation that is levied on the mayor of Banjul happens to be true. Do you have any reason for anybody to just accuse the mayor like that? Do you know of anything?
I cannot just justify that because, as I said before, those are allegations. I have not seen anything signed or written by the mayors. And whatever happens, I think there are people on the ground who are at least entitled or they are being given that powers to exercise those kind of responsibilities. But for my own understanding, it is something that is an allegation for me because I cannot elaborate further on that issue.
Let's say people are not that much aware of actually who is supposed to give out the attestation. So what would you say with the situation or with the statement that is being issued that no party or no person should actually interfere when it comes to issuing attestation? What would you urge other people or other Gambians in that regard?
IEC chairman, I heard him saying, he said in the urban areas, alcalos do attestations. And in here, in the capital city. For example, in the Greater Banjul area, we have mayors to do those kind of things. And he said the mayor is entitled to give attestation, because before it's 4 or 5 men or elderly people who can attest that you are a bona fide citizen of that area, who can attest. If those 4 to 5 people attest to it, then it's fine. But right now, as the IEC chairman said, the mayor or the mayoress can attest to a person. So for that being the case, I think he has cleared that air.
So it means if the allegation is true, then the mayor has the right to do that.
Well, I just want you to understand where I was saying. The IEC chairman, he said mayor and mayoress or alcalos, they can attest to any person they feel is deemed fit to have the attestation, recommendation from that area, a council. So if he said that, and they are the one in charge of these elections, so I think I have nothing to elaborate further. But whatever I heard of what he said is like it is confined in the laws for them to execute that area.
What would you urge Gambians, like generally everybody, not just Gambians, but people residing within the Gambia when it comes to this voter registration?
Generally, I think everyone knows that now people are very aware of politics. People are very interested to know about politics. So before, as I said before, the idea is most of them, they don't even want to have voters registration. But now the world is changing. Everyone wants to see progress. Everyone wants to see his voice or his or her voice is heard. And that's the only way just to have a voter registration and vote. People now are voting. Before, you don't hear those constituencies with how many thousand. Banjul now is more than 20,000. So that's a sign showing that people are now interested about politics. And I think we can have more voter registration this year compared to 2016. Because of at least many people now they got the age. And some will get the age before the voter registration in December. So the turnout can be huge this time around. And it can also be very significant in the long run, especially when it comes to the 4th December election polls.
Cases in Dipakunda and other parts of the country where they would catch a non-Gambian trying to acquire the voter's card. What message do you have for those particular people that are actually intending to acquire a voter's card and they are not Gambian?
The law states it and it's very clear. Anyone found wanton on that area, that person will be prosecuted. Because you cannot obtain national document on pretense, false pretense. It's against the law. So anyone who is found aiding or abetting that person also tantamount to charges they face the same penalties. So I want to advise any person, be it a Gambian or a non-Gambian, you cannot help somebody who is not qualified as a citizen of this country, or he got the citizenship through naturalization in any form. As long as he is a Gambian citizen, you can just help him to have it as a Gambian. Just to help him, I mean just to show him the way the process is done legally. But if that person falls outside that category, is not a Gambian, don't even try to encourage that person, because you are committing an offense and it's going to be a chargeable offense.
Thank you very much, sir, and we appreciate his opinion with regards to the voter saga we have in Banjul here. We will keep updating you with the views of people. I was your presenter, Isa Tuba. Do enjoy.